It's a battle Omaha State Senator Ernie Chambers has fought in the legislature for nearly 4 decades. This afternoon, his bill to end capital punishment in Nebraska won an override vote in the unicameral. The vote was close, but in the end, history was made. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Griswold.
And I'm Craig Negrelli. Nebraska is now the first traditionally conservative state to eliminate capital punishment since North Dakota did it in 1973. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Megan Matthews is live in Lincoln with reaction tonight. Megan.
Craig, Jen, it was a very, very close vote, just by one, in fact. 30 were needed to override the governor's veto, and that's exactly what they got.
Senator Baker, voting yes.
Please.
Lawmakers inside Nebraska's legislative chambers celebrated a historic vote.
We have an obligation to show the way, be the example for society.
It's been a priority for Omaha Senator Ernie Chambers to get rid of the state's death penalty and instead give criminals life without parole. On the floor, he had supporters.
That taking a life is not the right way for the state to maintain the safety of its citizens.
The debate over killing the death penalty law went back and forth for 2.5 hours.
My pro-life stand is based on the innocent, not for someone that has unilaterally and meticulously and premeditatedly taken the life of another.
In front of a packed chamber, 2 senators announced they changed their minds and flipped to vote to support the governor.
So today, where am I at? I did announce yesterday that I was going to vote against the override.
I do not take the veto of a governor lightly. It is not simply another man's opinion. It is an act of a separate branch of government, which is why I will be voting to sustain the governor's veto on LB 268.
In the end, it wasn't enough. Governor Ricketts' supporters fell short by 1 vote.
30 ayes, 19 ayes on the motion that Legislative Bill 268 become law.
90 days from today to get the signatures needed to repeal this vote. Now, Senator McCoy has already created a Facebook page to try and reinstate the death penalty. Reporting live in Lincoln, Megan Matthews, KMTV Action 3 News.
More on that. Omaha Senator Bo McCoy has created Nebraskans for Justice, which will explore getting the reinstatement of capital punishment on the ballot. McCoy released this statement after the vote, saying, "I am standing with Nebraskans who are thoroughly disappointed with Nebraska legislators who voted to end Nebraska's death penalty. Once again, Nebraska's legislature has gone against the wishes of an overwhelming number of Nebraskans who believe the death penalty should be in place for those who commit the most heinous crimes." Governor Pete Ricketts also blasted senators for the vote, saying, "My words cannot express how appalled I am that we have lost a critical tool to protect law enforcement and Nebraska families. While the legislature has lost touch with the citizens of Nebraska, I will continue to stand with Nebraskans and law enforcement on this important issue."
The ACLU of Nebraska, which fought against capital punishment, issued this statement following the vote this afternoon. The Nebraska legislature, with the world watching, made their voice a part of the national conversation. We are a nation that is turning away from the death penalty. This victory stands as a testament to what can happen in our sister states. Today's vote has a big impact on 3 recent high-profile cases here in Omaha. A panel of judges was scheduled to hear the penalty phase for convicted killer Nico Jenkins in July. His sentencing is still expected to go forward at that time. Prosecutors also planned to seek the death penalty against alleged Creighton killer Anthony Garcia and against Roberto Martinez Marinero. They accuse him of murdering his mother, Ismenia, and half-brother Josue earlier this month.